Hello Nakama. Welcome to Nimehara. This channel contains One Piece facts and theories. Don't forget to subscribe and notification bells. Since again showing Garling Garland, who have begun to rise again, after being thrown by the dragon. Very far to the right side of the red line. The red line is very wide. There is not only Marijoa, but outside of Marijoas, there is a vast empty area. And that's the place Garling is currently. Garling was quite surprised because the dragon could stomp Garling to that extent. Even though he had held back an attack, dragon with Haki plated sword. Even so, because Garling know that the dragon is the son of Garp, then it is only natural. Garp is a monster, which is so terrible, especially during his prime. When seeing the God Feli incident 38 years ago, Garling does see clearly how strong the Garp is. Even he saw for himself the moment where three future Yonko candidates, which is Shirohige, Kaido and Big Mom, run away while being chased by Gar. This is the scene in chapter 161. Where is Shirohige? Kaido and Big Mom did run away from the chase Gar. Prometheus' attack from Big Mom didn't even work against the body Gar. Indeed, the three people ran away because they have their own goals. And it will take a long time if you have to deal with Gar. But still here Shirohige position. Kaido and Big Mom are three. Should be if they want to. They could have ganged up on the Garp. But in reality, they would rather run away instead of ganging up on Garp, so that it was clear that the Garp is a very feared figure. Garling, who saw the moment from a distance, was enough surprised when seeing people like Shirohige. Kaido and Big Mom escape from Garp. Garling himself actually hates Garp personally, because Garp is often disrespectful to the Tenryubato. Even Garp's dislike for those Tenryubato very clearly visible. Garling several times asked Imu-Sama why people with D like Gar, allowed to work in the Navy under the auspices of the world government, should be people with D like Garp obliterated just as fast as possible. Imu-Sama also answered that Garp is a very valuable combat force, even though he is AD, that their power can be harnessed for various battles. So Imu-Sama also apologized, even though he is a bearer D and also often impolite. Garling asked again, what if Garp betrayed and intend to destroy the world government from within? Imu-Sama also answered, if that happens, for Imu-Sama, he will kill himself. Garp with his own hands. Garling also understood the explanation from the Imu-Sama, and he never questioned again about Garp and whatever his actions. Garp's strength recognized by Imu-Sama directly up to the Garling can't do anything. Even so, Garling's hatred of Garp never goes away. Even the hate is flowing to Garp's children and grandchildren, which is Dragon and Luffy. If it's for Luffy, actually Garling yourself don't really care. Luffy has never interacted directly with Garling. Well, while for the dragon, Garling literally hates it so much because first, the dragon brought one of the Garling children, which is Sean. Especially in this battle of Marijoas, dragons fight directly against Garling. It also makes Garling more hate Dragon by knowing quality of guard strength that even recognized by the Imu-Sama. Garling understood why the dragon was also very strong, because he inherited his power from his father. That genetics, it's not even just down to the dragon, but also down to the grandson Garp, known as Luffy. Lineage from that Garp are all very troublesome. Move to the middle of the Marijoas page. The continuation of the battle, they're getting hotter and hotter. After arrival of the new allies of the Revolutionary Army, as Mimin discussed in the previous video, these allies came from the leaders of the group rebels, others outside the Revolutionary Army, for having a lot in common in view and struggle. They want to be allies of the Dragon Group. The leaders also have the ability that cannot be underestimated. The average of them is as strong as the commanders of the revolution, like Karasu. There are even those with greater strength. From Karasu, this time the strongest of the The head of the group will also be highlighted. The ability he has is very great, so that he was the most powerful of all the allies. The Revolutionary Army. This guy has a level of strength slightly above leader Lunaria and leader Buchanan. So his presence in battle in Mirawas. This is very significant and will be very helpful to the party. Revolutionary Army. Allied leader. The strongest will fight against one of them. Holy Knight. She will be using various powerful attacks layered Buso, Shoku Haki Dan Heoshoku Haki, so that the Holy Knight who fought against him become very inconvenient. Then the leaders of other groups will also act. Chairman, this one has the size of a pretty big body and also hefty. There he was fighting against Holy Knight of the Topman family. This fight is very suitable and interesting because they both Top has a very extraordinary physical strength, so that the major clash would be fiercely. Then in different areas, there are also other group leaders who have chosen opponents. The head of this one group was a great swordsman. He also fought against the Holy Knights of the family, a row of barons who were also sword users, but the Holy Knight of the Barons family has incredible strength. He probably belongs to the 3 strongest Holy Knights in the Marijoas, currently along with Siam Rock, and also the Holy Knight of Mark's family. So the swordsman who is the allies of the revolutionary forces not face the Holy Knight alone. Rather, he was helped by 2 members of Lunaria, so that the fight could be even. Then there was another group leader who will be in the spotlight. This guy is a highly skilled Rikishiki martial arts user. Rikishiki in general, controlled by the world government, like Cyberpol agents or Navy. But there was a lot of outsiders who can also do it, including the allies of the revolutionary forces. He also helped Sabo, Karasu and Koshiro, who were fighting against the Siam Rock, so the enemies that Siam Rock had to face now become more and more, so that even though he is very strong, but of course he's becoming more and more troubled with those circumstances. The 4 of them attacked with various techniques. Great that they mastered, so that even Siam Rock survives more, rather than strike back, because it is not easy to launch an attack in a position like that. Well, whereas for the chairman, other groups that are also coming there, they fought against random enemies. Dragon, who is dealing with Goros, warrior. I could see the action of my colleague, so he was happy with their appearance. Since the beginning of dragons do know that those people can be very reliable, different from the happy dragon. Mercury seemed very upset. The beggar was very angry with the arrival of those troublesome people from a safe place. There's also Lavit, who are still monitoring the flow of battle there. Lavit, who sees arrival, the leaders of the group knew some of them. He spoke to himself by saying that the circumstances will be more exciting with a variety of unexpected things. Lavit is also curious if the world government is increasingly pressed. What steps will they take to handle that situation? Switch to another place, which became the battle center on Hachinosu Island, will be displayed again. In the building, Skull Fun is ready to carry out the secret plan of Kurohige. He teleported to the main room and took a special Mushi Denden. Why is this special? Because Denden Mushi, it is only connected to the network with the Kurohige pirates alone. Denden Mushi is also used not to talk, but rather to send signs or signals. When the sign is sent, the people who received it already knew what to do. Kurohige's secret plan was finally revealed. The plan was divided into 2 parts. First, since the beginning, Kurohige did not call on all alliances to directly come to Hachinosu Island. Half of his alliances were ordered to hide on nearby islands. The goal is, if Kurohige feels the inconvenience of fighting, then the hidden alliances will be summoned to stage a surprise attack. Why not from the beginning? All alliances are directly summoned to Hachinosu Island. Maybe because, according to Kurohige, save half for surprise attacks will be more effective if from the beginning of all alliances, which was very much it was immediately called there. Then the Navy and Pirates Akagami will probably immediately think of solution to deal with the enemy. That much, but if only half of it is called, Then another half saved for a surprise. Would certainly be great. Due to the conditions of the Navy and pirates, Akagami is quite exhausted now. The end of a long battle. Not up there. There is also part 2 of the Kurohige plan. All along, Kurohige had a very secretive unit. The unit contained dozens of people given the power of the devil fruit and trained to master their respective powers. So the Kurohige pirates give the devil fruit not only for Titan commanders, but also for the secret unit that, for the sake of maintaining secrecy, they are not stationed on Hachinosu Island, but rather on a small island not far away. Kurohige prepare them for important things only. That's going on right now. Spelled out very important, so that even this secret unit will be summoned to. Came with those alliances in hiding earlier. With these 2 plans, it's only natural that Kurohige so confident that the course of battle would soon change. Because half the alliance in hiding, it's not just a lot of troops, but there were powerful people in it as well. And the secret unit contains a group of devil fruit users. It also seems has a power that cannot be underestimated, so both the Navy and the pirate side of the Akagami will indeed be surprised by the plan of this Kurohige. Even so, of course the 2 parties will still fight well, and bring out all the abilities that they have. If the reinforcements from Kurohige already arrived, probably Shanks and his crew will fight to their fullest. Because they are at all. Can't lose, because later can be bad. Switch again. Marineford will get the spotlight back. As Mimin discussed in the previous video, many pirates attack the place because they think this is a great opportunity. Contact the force headquarters to see is quiet, because there's so much chaos outside. So that many marines assigned to the outer region. But because there is still a Kano, coupled with Khan, who just came, their headquarters was successfully defended, and the pirates were beaten badly. Some of them too chose to immediately withdraw because they know the situation is already very impossible. The marines in that place began to divide the task. After the battle, some caught the pirates who had lost to be taken to prison and held down. Some helped their wounded comrades. Because of the fight, the rest will clean up the base. Due to the heated battle that took place earlier, fortunately, no enemy can enter the headquarters building. So the area that falling apart only on the outside, because that's where Kanturon was going on. There's also some ships that have suffered severe damage, so it needs to be checked immediately. Can it be fixed or not? In the meantime, there's also a Kano. Don't tell me, who observed the circumstances while talking. A Kano said Khan had to, no need to come, because of himself alone, can defeat the enemies in that place. Khan also said he was also convinced that a Kano sure can, but if only Khan not coming, then the battle will last longer, and the damage at Marineford will get worse. Well, it's the right move for Khan. Directly join the battle. A Kano then asked, is it Khan not allowed to fight in the Mariho's region either? Khan also replied, so far, indeed, there is still no order from above, because of Gorosei, Holy Knight and Cyberpole. Still able to handle the situation, there is still no enemy in the situation who managed to break in and get inside the castle. Tangia is still incomplete, not all Goros have been who is active in the battle. Become a king, still supporting the world government. In that battle, Akano also said, it's a pity that the Navy wasn't involved either. In the battle above, even though Akano, very curious to fight directly, fighting the dragon, Khan also said, just forget about the curiosity because of the Goroses, definitely want to handle the dragon with their own hands. As a proof and a message against the enemies who is trying to oppose the world government.